Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to write the Supreme Court Comparison FRQ, so let's do it. I think this is going to end up being your favorite FRQ on the AP exam. If you know all the details of your 15 required cases, you're pretty much starting with a guaranteed 2 out of 4 points on this FRQ. That's an amazing value for you. So first tip is to know your required cases. Know the facts, know the holding, and know the constitutional principle for all 15 of your required cases. And I just happen to have videos for all 15 cases, so make sure you check those out so you know all the ins and outs of each of your cases. Okay, so another great thing about this FRQ is it appears to be the same format every single time. They're going to give you a couple paragraphs giving you information about a brand new Supreme Court case that you haven't learned about. Don't panic. The purpose of this FRQ is to see if you can take what you know about your required Supreme Court cases and apply it to a new case that you haven't seen before. And they're even going to tell you which required case you need to be comparing this new one to. So you have everything you need right in front of you. So let's take a look at the released 2019 Supreme Court Comparison FRQ. Okay, so it gives a couple of paragraphs of info about the new case, Hernandez versus Texas. You can pause the video and read the paragraphs if you want. Now the beauty of this FRQ is that parts A and B are basically the same every single time. Part A tells you to identify the constitutional clause that is common to both the new case and the required cases, this time Brown versus Board of Education. So that means to answer A, you don't even really need to read the paragraphs. You should already know that Brown versus Board is based on the Equal Protection Clause. And that's it. Since you're just identifying, your answer is literally one sentence. The clause that is common to both cases is the Equal Protection Clause. It doesn't get any easier than that. Now, Part B looks a little trickier, but really it isn't too bad either. It says, explain how the facts in both Brown versus Board and Hernandez versus Texas led to a similar decision in both cases. What makes Part B different than all the other FRQ parts is that you can actually earn 2 points in Part B. The first point is for explaining the facts in Brown versus Board. Now, make sure you know what that means. The facts of the case refers to the background story of the case, not the holding or the result or the constitutional clause. So to earn this point, you have to describe the background of that case. So looking at the scoring sheet for this point, you can earn the point by stating that schools were segregated, that black students were prevented from enrolling in schools because of their race, or something like that. But you would not earn the point for saying that Brown versus Board ruled segregated schools unconstitutional. That's the decision, and you're being asked for the facts. So that's a hugely important takeaway from this video, is that when it says to describe the facts of the case, it means just that, the background, the facts, not the holding, not the result, not the constitutional clause or principle. Okay, so that's the first point in Part B. Next in Part B, you're told to explain how the facts in each case led to a similar decision. Both of these cases involve discrimination against a minority group, preventing them from attending certain schools or from serving on juries. Both cases used the Equal Protection Clause to overturn the existing policy, segregated schools in Brown or jury discrimination in Hernandez. And so explaining those factors, that's pretty much the second point in Part B. So again, if you know everything about your required cases, there's no reason why you shouldn't have all 3 points right now. So again, this FRQ is awesome because while you don't know what the new case is going to be, you know exactly what they're going to ask you to do. Now, we only have a few examples of Part C that have been released so far, and this is the only one that appears to have some variation from one to another. You're going to be asked to describe or to explain an interaction between the new non-required case and a branch of government or some political institution like the media or interest groups. Keep in mind the guidelines for explains. Elaborate, provide evidence, and make sure it's in the context of the non-required case. Sometimes they like to ask how another branch of government, political institution, or group of citizens could limit the impact of a particular Supreme Court ruling. So you have to know your checks and balances pretty well for that one, and if you do, you should be prepared with an answer. A good one to always keep in your pocket is about proposing a constitutional amendment. If Congress proposes an amendment and it's ratified by the states, that amendment would therefore trump or supersede the Supreme Court ruling, so that would absolutely limit its impact. Another good one to have in mind is about the president's nomination ability as well as the Senate's confirmation power with new justices that could rule a different way on that similar case in the future. And really, guys, that's it. There is nothing to worry about with this one. Your job is to learn your 15 required cases, know them inside and out, and you have nothing to worry about on this FRQ. So until next time, this has been a LaMoney production. Thanks again for watching this video. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. You know I have a ton of great content for you. And for even more help, check out the Ultimate Review Packet. It has required case and document guides to get you ready for the exam. It has a full-length practice multiple choice exam and tons of other stuff to help you get that 5 on the AP exam. I'll see you guys next time.